What's going on, everybody? I hope you're all well, and welcome back to Dragon Age Awakening. I got my coffee, we are locked in and ready to go. Head on into Vigil's Keep proper. We got some Darkspawn to evict from our new premises.
Unbelievable. The keep has been overwhelmed. How did the Wardens not sense the Darkspawn coming? I don't understand it.
I don't understand it either, unless they weren't senior Wardens. If they were all new, then that would make sense, but surely rebuilding an order, we would have had some senior Wardens from elsewhere. How many Wardens are here?
Not many. A dozen, perhaps? There are other soldiers who came with them, however. For the Darkspawn to have ambushed the keep so effectively, I didn't know they were capable of such a thing.
They're not supposed to be unless they're led by an Archdemon. It doesn't matter. We will defeat them.
Right. They won't get away with this.
Fresh off the back of a blight, we're certainly not going to turn our nose up at slaughtering some outcroppings of spawn. Go ahead and pop a taunt for me. Amari seems solid enough. She's not a warden. She is one of the recruits, however. One of the potential recruits. She hasn't undergone the joining yet, but she seems solid enough so far. She's definitely game. I'm not worried about her freaking out and abandoning this. She's definitely held up so far. Get rid of those shrieks as fast as possible to save both area drums, mine and yours. Loud, obnoxious creatures. Looks like this is the only direction we're gonna get to go.
I didn't do it. Oh,
Mr. Tickle Fingers over here.
About them dying, to be perfectly honest. Biff there made the funniest gurgle when he went down.
Now, anyone who's played Dragon Age 2 will immediately recognize Anders. I'm going to try not to let my knowledge of that game taint my opinion of him in this one. As hard as that will be. I'm not a fan. So you killed the Darkspawn yourself?
Of course. Well, they helped. A little. Before they tragically died. I am Anders, at your service. Mage and wanted apostate.
An apostate? At Vigil's keep?
You weren't here when we arrived. I'm sure I would have remembered such a lovely woman as yourself. We were just stopping here on our way back to the tower. Just a short rest, they said, and now they're dead. Such a shame.
Yeah, you seem really torn up about it. Now, we're not going to jump to too many conclusions here. We've seen a lot in Dragon Age Origins when it comes to mages. And there we are in the midst of a Darkspawn horde, and if there's anything Grey Wardens are good at, it's taking the help where we can get it for the fight that we need. These men were Templars.
So they kept saying, although come to think of it, there's no real way to know for sure, is there? The Templars captured me and were taking me back, and then, you know, Darkspawn attacked. Could be a sign, yes?
Something tells me you don't really believe in things like that. A very convenient sign.
Isn't it, though? The Maker moves in mysterious ways. Well, tell you what. I'll help you and we can discuss what comes later. Later, once all these bastards are properly put down, yes?
That does sound good to me. Now we have a level up for good old Anders here. So we have Spirit Healer already unlocked. There's 3 things here that we don't have. Battle Mage and Keeper. Keeper sounds very interesting, so I'll go ahead and save his specialization points. In the meantime, we are going to give him Master Herbalism. We do want him to make potions for us since we don't have good old Win anymore. We're going to go ahead and definitely dump your mana up. Mages always tend to struggle with that. Now, we're going to give you Mage Mastery. You do have 2 new trees, but we're not going to investigate too far into them yet. I need to make sure you have all the things I want from the vanilla tree first. Such as Mana Clash. You'll already know Mana Clash is essential, and so is Mass Paralysis. Right, let's dip into his tactics briefly. You're already on range, so that's good. Self-health at 50. Ally health 25 is way too low in my experience. As soon as you hit 25, you're just as good as dead. Let's actually do under 75. Self-surrounded by 2 enemies for Mind Blast is it's a little too spammy. We'll do 3. Lifewood, ally health at 50. I believe Lifewood is if you drop dead, you get healed instead of dying. So 50 is a little high for that. That will actually do it, 25. Now, we don't want you spamming this at all enemy. So what we're going to do is enemy clustered with at least 4 allies. We're going to have him use mass paralysis. Now, self-health at 90 is not so great, so enemy, rank, normal or higher we want. You're going to go ahead and use Winter's Grasp. Then enemy, rank, normal or higher. You're going to use, where is it? Where's our lining? Now we have paralysis and weakness, I believe. So enemy, rank, elite or higher, usability. And then we're going to look for paralyze rather. And then enemy, rank, elite or higher, usability again. We're going to go for weakness, and that's going to get a lot of debuffs going. Now, with that being done, we're in a pretty good spot, and this will be useful. Check the rest of this castle. Now, as I said, this is not a warden keep. This is an Arlen, so there's plenty of innocents around here. We do need to save all these people. They're not wardens. They're just farmers trying to go about their lives. If these Darkspawn came here to mess with the wardens, it's not the people of Amaranthine's fault that their old All was a scumbag and now they're home to the warden outpost. So I'm not going to let these people die for the sake of the wardens. We're certainly going to save as many as we can. We did just get a quest for that, actually, which would be the Survivors of Vigil's Keep. Locate survivors of the attack. You encountered a survivor of the attack on Vigil's Keep. There must be others. Search for the other survivors and rescue them. We will absolutely be mindful of that.
As you wish.
If I can save any of these people, I will. Out here on the ramparts now. Okay, I do see a sneaky little mage back there, so Anders. Good old Mana Clash. You're gonna drop him like a bad habit. Myri, you're gonna taunt. I'm gonna chop that wood. Anders is already doing pretty good, spamming the abilities. He's no Morrigan, but he is gonna get the job done. Lined up for a dual sweep. Now this little Genlock's having a very bad day all by himself. Actually having some trouble with the blood textures. An interesting bug I haven't run into before. I'll have to check at some point what graphical settings I'm on. Maybe it's too high. Not worried about that just yet though. We got people to save in here. We can deal with the octagon blood later. I'm gonna break this barricade now, knowing what comes after. I'm gonna go pull this lever. Get the main gate open.
Oh, we're scared now. Don't come over here. Ha! It'll take more than that to kill us, beasties. Come again if you dare.
Wouldn't happen to be a relation of Sandal, would you? It's the only other crazy dwarf I know that can make explosions like that. I mean, he's very welcome here. He certainly looks happy enough to be killing Darkspawn with us. Now, what? I'm not sure why my party is stuck back there. The AI seems to be a little wonky.
Yes, Commander.
Here I come. She knocked them back off the door at least. I'm gonna come through, stand in the middle, hit a whirlwind. I'm gonna chop that wood. Perfect.
This should be easy enough.
Definitely interested in meeting that dwarf. Whatever kind of lyrium explosives he's tossing around, I certainly want some. Alrighty, true to form, we have experienced our first crash of the Awakening expansion. Not to worry. Did get a lucky autosave right there, so we don't lose too much progress. On the bright side, we do get to come up in here and get rid of this nasty little emissary right there before he ever gets the chance to do that little bullshit spell he hit us with. Of course, we're going to bring Myri in. She's going to Warcry. I'm going to deal with this Genlock, or Herlock rather. That wood all the way down the line. There's a beautiful mass paralysis. And tactically, even though this game does have new abilities, tactically, my approach is not really going to change much throughout any of these expansions. Since we're doing Awakening, we may as well do all of them. I'll do Golems and the rest.
Let's get started.
Tactically, nothing much changes. You want your mage in the backline, you want your tank up front, and we're just going to circle and backstab. Now, there's brand new skill trees. However, I don't tend to use them much when I come in here. I tend to just do the tried and true mass paralysis, winter's grasp.
I need to get out of here.
You do, you do. If there's one thing we're adept at, it's killing the spawn. Doesn't matter how many emissaries they bring. Dead like the rest of their friends. Now I'm going to give this a little second here. I'm going to wait for this to come on cooldown. There's another emissary down here, except this one's a major. Want to get rid of him pretty quickly. Here we are. Now we're going to bomb him with that. Mari's going to come on forward. Mari's going to hit this guy with a shield bash. And I'm going to rock around for the flank. Beautiful. There goes the alpha set.
Get to safety, quickly.
Thank the Maker.
Yeah, get out of here. And that's quest completed, so we have now saved all the survivors, which is good. So nothing to do with this. Whatever the Darkspawn has going on here, it's certainly not to do with the villagers of Vigil's Keep. Something tells me they're here for the Wardens. Or our presence, at least, annoyed them enough to bring them here. Now, given that we've already experienced some crashes, I'm going to go ahead and drop a save before we head on through. Speaking of oldies but goodies and previous companions as well as new, we have that very thirsty companion. Seems like he's half cut as is. I'm sure he's had a few. Now there's an emissary up here, which means, Anders, this guy's going to be your job. Go ahead and bomb him off the battlefield. You're going to rip Torn, not overpower. I trust Oghren up there. I'm sure he's going to get the job done. Get rid of this alpha real fast. Alright, so we did, of course, crash there again. I'm sure you guys noticed. Change some of my graphical settings, see if that won't fix that issue. Don't want to keep running into that. Just hoping we'd be able to crank the graphical settings onto max, since we weren't in Denerim anymore, but looks like this is going to have the same kind of issue, so go back to the ones I know don't cause issues.
It's gonna be me. Aha! There you are.
And there you are.
When these Darkspawn showed up, I thought, just you wait until the new commander gets here and you'll all be spitting teeth out of your arses. Follow the screaming, and sure enough, here you are. Good on ya.
Good on you. It's nice to see you haven't given up the Darkspawn hunting. Oghren, you're here.
Doubting your eyes, huh? I get like that after the 5th bottle or so. Came here thinking I might try my hand at becoming a bona fide Grey Warden.
We'd be happy to have you.
I can't believe the Wardens didn't kick him out.
Well, hey, if it isn't the recruit with a great rack.
Yes, a prize for the Wardens, to be sure.
Relax, Oghren.
I know. Too good to be true, right? Hey, who's the mage? Boyfriend? Should I leave you two alone?
Wow, a dwarf that smells like a brewery. You never see that anywhere.
A mage comedian. Thought those normally died young.
I love Oghren. Never change. I'd certainly be happy to have him in the Wardens. It's not like he's lacking experience here. He did help us take down the Darkspawn and the Archdemon. He was there at the fire in Denerim. You know there are risks to joining the Grey Wardens, right? Yeah, shouldn't you be, like, on your second wife by now? Where's Felsi?
Ah, there are risks to getting up in the morning. I piss on risk.
I'm sure Risk appreciates it.
Well, we can talk about that later. Right now, there's more Darkspawn around in sore need of a beheading.
You're not wrong. It's nice to see you still representing the Legion, too. I'll loot up a little here. We will go up there and loot up. I'm also going to save. I do want to check this little corridor that we didn't go through. Pile of books. Soul rock coating. It's just a weapon poison, I believe. And then this would take us back here. Yes. Alright. Now, I am happy to see that he's still using the Legion armor, but I am curious if the rest of you imported Oghren, so let's check your levels. You have Berserker. We are definitely actually going to sync Champion in while we're here in your menus. 59 Strength, Dex, Willpower. I think those are the stats we left you at. No, certainly not. We wouldn't have given you 26 Constitution. But I did respec him. He just kept his equipment. Now you have plenty of Constitution with all that points in there, so we're going to give you Stamina. There's typically the one that runs out in these kind of situations. We'll level that up as high as we can. You don't need a rune crafting. I suppose we'll just give you health beyond that. Now, we have 12 points to work with. Yeah, definitely didn't carry over because his two-handed tree is maxed out. Now, given that we are Alistairless in this situation, I might actually make... Yeah, you know what, Oghren? We're going to make you a tank. We're going to mess around with him in a tank situation. We have 6 points. Now, the first thing we need to do is give him Shield Wall. Shield Expertise is going to boost that. We do want to work up this line too, but he also needs some of these abilities. We have 2 points left, so we can go... I'll do Shield Block, and then I'll dump the other one into your Second Wind Stamina Recovery. Alright, now let's open him on up. I'm sure your tactics are a little strange too. Indeed they are. Alright, I'm going to mess with Oghren's inventory real fast, and then I'll cut the video and get back to you guys when he's all set up. Alrighty, and that's Oghren all set up. This is going to progress as we go down the line, but we gave him Bronca's Shield and some of the Warden Commander armor. We also gave him the Kadash Stompers that we got from Shale's personal quest. He's going to generate constant hostility. He should hold up pretty nicely for us. With the party comp that we have, I don't want a bunch of warriors out here, so I'm just going to give him survivability and make him a tank too. And help him hold up a little. Here's Rowland.
Myri?
Rowland! Commander, Rowland was a knight recruited from Denerim like me. We must do something for him.
He looks beyond healing magic. Maybe a shot of whiskey for the pain?
I like the way you think.
Stop joking! This isn't funny.
The commander?
What happened here? Where are the others?
We only had a moment's warning. Before they were on us, Commander. The Seneschal ordered a counterattack, but they came out of nowhere. This one with them. A Darkspawn who talks. His magic is powerful.
A talking Darkspawn? The lad must be delirious.
There's something in my blood. It hurts.
It seems like he has blight poison from the Darkspawn blood. Now, he said there was a Darkspawn here that talks. If you remember at the end of Origins during the outro slides, it said there was rumors of talking Darkspawn down here by the coast. I guess this is following up on that. Where's this talking Darkspawn?
It went that way after the Seneschal.
I will avenge you, Rowland. I swear it.
He won't be forgotten. We might not be able to save him, but as I mentioned a lot in Origins, what you can't save, you can avenge. Not emissary here to take care of. We're gonna send the rest of these Genlock back to whatever hell they came from. I see some sneaky enemies back here. They're not fooling anybody. Hit you at a bad time. We got plenty of our stamina bar to dump on these. Since we have so many extra levels now, that's going to get even higher. I thought we were a Beyblade of Death before. I'm going to really start having some fun with these extra levels. I think I said it at the opening, but we are of course still on Nightmare.
This should be easy enough.
Pretty much anything I ever play is going to be on Nightmare or whatever the corresponding hardest difficulty is if it's not a Dragon Age game. In Mass Effect it'll be Insanity, so on and so forth. When we do get around to the Baldur's Gate playthrough, which we will do, I did note that in the voting thing, Baldur's Gate was pretty highly requested too, so we are going to do that as well. I'll play that on Tactician, although I have beaten it on Honor mode. Got the cool dice from beating it on Honor, but I'll likely do the Let's Play on Tactician. That's the game's true hard mode. Honor mode came out after the fact as like a little challenge run, and while it was fun, that's not the kind of difficulty I want to play on for a Let's Play. Tactician is a good balance between difficulty and being able to still show all the content. I'm not that experienced with D&D, so Honor mode in that game was extremely difficult and challenging for me. Kind of did what I had to do and got out of there.
This should be easy enough.
Journeyman Tempest Rune. Alright, so it seems like we're running into the issue we ran into before. We need to clean up our inventory, so I'm going to go ahead and do some spring cleaning. I'll be right back. Alright, that's all done. Now you will note, finally, in Awakening, we do have stamina potions. So it's not the end of the world if we burn all of our stamina bar. We can finally do something about that. And by the way, I heard the criticisms of that and put it in the expansion. I got a stamina draw. And drop a save before we head up here.
It has ended, just as he foretold.
That's a bad way to go.
Be taking this one gently. We are wishing no more death than is necessary.
Necessary? As if your kind has ever done anything else.
You are thinking you know of our kind, human? It is understandable, but that will soon be changed.
Others will come, creature. They will stop you.
There it is.
It seems your words be true. More than you are guessing.
It is talking.
Well, let's shut it up already.
Commander.
Capture the Grey Warden. These others, they may be killed.
Now, off the rip there, he said, "We're wishing no more death than necessary," and then he went and this is spotted, the surrendered soldier, right off the edge into the rampart spikes, so I'm not necessarily believing his little wholesome pretense. Definitely is a talking Darkspawn though, and I don't know what kind of blood magic that is, but we're certainly going to put an end to it. He's ripping a mass paralysis, which is going to be perfect. Even caught the boss in it. Now he's going to have a very bad day, the Withered. We're going to handle that. Gonna hit him with a cripple. Hit him with a Punisher. Can't hit him with a stone, but we can sit back here and chop this wood. Let him know, Oghren. He said you like that. Hit him with a riposte.
Here we go.
A lot of resistances here. All of this is hitting zeros. I'm wondering if we didn't catch a bug.
This should be easy enough.
Nothing we're doing here is doing much damage. The occasional 7s and 50s. Okay, he's taking damage again now. Whatever he had wore off. Now he's having a very bad day.
I'm running out of
The stamina drops do come in handy.
energy. Is it just me, or do you actually think you have it?
And that's the end of whatever that was.
Commander, I owe you my life.
I'm just sorry I couldn't get here sooner.
Soldiers on the road. It seems we have more company. Hopefully they're more hospitable than our previous guests.
But the one villager did say there should be a patrol somewhere. Hero of Ferelden's been taking measures against the roving Darkspawn bands. King Alistair.
It looks like I've arrived a bit late. Too bad. I rather miss the whole Darkspawn killing thing.
King Alistair.
I'd wanted to come and give the Wardens a formal welcome. I certainly wasn't expecting this. What's the situation?
What Darkspawn remained have fled, Your Majesty. The Grey Wardens who had arrived from Orlais appear to be either dead or missing.
Missing? As in taken by the Darkspawn? Do they even do that?
I do not know, Your Majesty. I know only that we cannot account for all the Wardens.
I see. At least the Hero of Ferelden is still here and alive. That's something, right?
Now, he said Wardens from Orlais, which means they were in fact senior Wardens, so them not being able to detect the Darkspawn ambush is very concerning. Not only can they talk, they're also immune to Warden detection. Doesn't bode well at all. Try not to look so disappointed.
I'll get over it, I'm sure. You have quite the task ahead of you. Really, I'd like to help you fight Darkspawn, but you're on your own for the moment.
Hey, what am I? Chopped nug livers?
From the smell, that's not a bad guess.
I came here to join the Grey Wardens, and from the looks of it, you could use the extra hands. Now where's the giant cup? I'll gargle and spit.
You're not allowed to spit.
That's what I always say.
I suppose all are welcome in this dire time.
Joining the Wardens, eh? Well, good luck with that.
King Alistair, Your Majesty beware, this man is a dangerous criminal.
Oh, the dwarf is a bit of an arse, but I wouldn't go that.
She means me.
This is an apostate who we are in the process of bringing back to the Circle to face justice.
Oh, please. The things you people know about justice would fit into a thimble. I'll just escape again, anyhow.
Never. I will see you hanged for what you've done here, murderer.
Murderer? But those Templars were... Oh, what's the use? You won't believe me anyhow.
It seems there isn't much to say. Unless you have something to add, Commander.
And one thing I do want to add before we get to this situation is you'll note that Oghren didn't bow when King Alistair rocked up. I guess the Orzammar people don't necessarily feel the need to bow to foreign kings like that. Now, for as much as I dislike Anders for reasons that are beyond this game, in the current present situation, I don't really know anything about him. All I really know about him is that he's a powerful mage and he's willing to kill Darkspawn. Now, given this brand new Darkspawn threat, and the fact that he managed to survive where many other soldiers and wardens didn't, he certainly seems like a useful ally, so... I hereby conscript this mage into the Grey Wardens. Our first day on the job as commander, and we're already exercising the right of conscription. Duncan did tell us we had to be careful about who we conscript. We can't rub the nobles or the chantry the wrong way, so hopefully the Templar here doesn't take this too bad.
What? Never!
I believe the Grey Wardens still retain the right of conscription, no? I will allow it.
If Your Majesty feels it is best.
She was going to throw hands with the warden, but
Way to go, kid.
won't decline the king.
Welcome aboard.
Me? A Grey Warden? I guess that will work.
Congratulations, Sir Mage. I look forward to fighting at your side.
Then if you have everything under control, I will need to take my leave.
I believe the estate has been secured, yes. We have suffered great losses, but the Darkspawn are gone, and there are survivors. Oh, excuse my manners. I am Veril, Seneschal of Vigil's Keep, and I am most grateful for your timely rescue, Commander. I will aid you in ruling the lands of Amaranthine.
He also has a very cool voice. You'll recognize him from the narration at the opening cutscene. This Arling belongs to the Wardens, not me.
But as Commander of the Grey, you are the equivalent of our Arl as well. Come and speak to me soon. There are many matters to attend to, not the least of which is the joining. You will need to replenish your numbers.
The security of Ferelden relies on the Grey Wardens now, even weakened as the Order is. It will be up to you to deal with the vestiges of the Blight before the situation grows out of control. No easy task, but I'm confident you are up to it. Good luck, Commander. May the Maker watch over you.
May he watch over you, King Alistair.
Before we do anything else, Commander, there's an urgent matter we must take care of. Right now, I know of only one living warden assigned to all of Ferelden. That should be rectified. The others could aid you considerably.
Yeah, now is, again, our second act is new commander of the Grey. The first was to do the rite of conscription, and now it's going to be the joining ritual. A lot on the line here with Oghren. Actually, you're quite fond of him. I'm quite fond of Myri as well. She seems very unbound and earthbound to this. She seems like she's happy to be here. I'm sure she's not going to hesitate at all in drinking. I doubt there'll be any Sir Jory kind of things going on here. Let's begin the joining then.
As you wish, Commander.
See if Varl knows the oath.
To begin the joining, I shall speak the words that have been said since the first. Join us, brothers and sisters. Join us in the shadows where we stand, vigilant. Join us as we carry the duty that cannot be forsworn. And should you perish, know that your sacrifice will not be forgotten,
and that one day we shall join you.
From this moment forth, Oghren, you are a Grey Warden.
What's this, the sampler size? Are you trying to say something about my height? Huh?
This is the goblet we've always...
Just drink the juice, Oghren.
Really?
If you can handle pickle juice, I'm sure you can handle Darkspawn blood.
Not bad.
He took that like a champ. Even we passed out.
From this moment forth, Anders, you are a Grey Warden.
So we need to drink Darkspawn blood? That's it?
That is it, yes.
Well, alright. But if I wake up 2 weeks from now on a ship bound for Rivain in nothing but my small clothes and a tattoo on my forehead, I'm blaming you.
And wait until you find out the really good news.
He lives, Commander, and will awaken in time. From this moment forth, Myri, you are a Grey Warden.
I have awaited this moment.
I am sorry, Myri. May the Maker watch over you now.
She won't be forgotten.
Open the doors!
As is routine in Dragon Age, always lose one very promising good recruit. It was Daveth in Origins, Myri in this one.
Chase a rumor then, Captain. And even if it proves true, unless the Pilgrim's path is cleared by the time your army assembles, they'll have nothing to eat but shoe leather.
Garavel, Woolsey, the Commander has had a long day. Woolsey says some merchants escaped the Darkspawn. They can reprovision you for a reasonable fee. And the Vigil is yours. Take whatever weapons and armor you need. We'll be waiting when you're ready.
Merchants sound very good, as do a standing army that Captain Garavel has here. Now we do have some codex and things scattered around. Armor stands, we have Anders and Oghren, so our companions are in here too. Right. Well, given that all this has gone the way that it has, I think this is a pretty good spot to wrap up. Again, it really sucks about Myri. I would have loved to have had Myri in this game as a long-standing companion. She's always gathered my interest. She's a very cool character. She's very honor-bound. She was willing to be there from jump with us. She wouldn't have hesitated, and she didn't. She took that drink in full confidence that the chips were just going to fall wherever they fall. I respect that. And again, she won't be forgotten. If you remember at the end of Origins, Alistair set up a situation where you actually record all the honors of the Grey Wardens to make sure their sacrifice is never forgotten. There's now a monument in Denerim and a bunch of scholars studying the Darkspawn, so she'll be recorded in the Warden recruit history. We'll make sure Myri is not forgotten. Alrighty, now, all that being said, that is going to be a perfect place to wrap the episode, so thanks for watching, everybody. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe, leave a like and a comment. If you want to support the cause and help improve the channel, as always, there is a tip link in the description below. Otherwise, stay tuned, and I'll see you soon with more Dragon Age Awakening. Take care, everybody. Have a good day.